Women's cricket in the last couple of years has seen plenty of changes, all in a very positive way. Men's IPL, Men's Big Bash League and all the other leagues, they are now facing tough competition, especially from the women. The Women's Big Bash League, the Women's Premier League and major ICC events that where the women's competitions have been held, they have been breaking broadcasting records, viewership records and many other new grounds have been broken. Now, amidst all this hype and amidst all this upsurge in women's cricket, there is one very historic decision that is going to come from Cricket Australia. This decision, if it comes through, already the memorandum of understanding has been prepared. It will be signed in the next couple of days. But if it happens, it is going to be a breakthrough in women's cricket unlike any that has been seen in this sport. And this memorandum is such that cricket will be on a different pedestal for women in Australia unlike any of the other sports. What is that groundbreaking agreement? So, if the latest reports from the Australian media are to be believed, Australia cricket will break the six-figure wage mark for vast majority of domestic female athletes. This is massive because in the initial stages, they were all getting season fees, daily wages and all that. It would not come to more than 5 digits. But now with this new agreement, they will have a 6-digit pay scale. And that is very historic for women's sports in Australia because state and the Women's Big Bash League contracts combined, they will earn an average of 151,000 AUD per season. In Indian rupees, if you have to look at it, it is approximately 83 lakhs. 83 lakh per season for women's cricket in Australia is massive. Because why did this deal come up and what are the modalities in this? I will just tell you that. So what is the key components of this groundbreaking memorandum of understanding that's going to be signed? Number one, players will earn match fees for WNCL matches beyond their salary. Initially, what was happening, they were paid a certain token match fee. But then after that, what has happened? They will now earn match fees for WNCL matches beyond their original salaries. So, in addition to all the WBBL that they play, they will get that addition also. WNCL is the local women's ODI league that has been played in Australia, the local women's domestic league. That has also produced a lot of talent. Lowest paid players with state and WBBL contracts will earn AUD 83,000. 83,000 is groundbreaking for one particular reason. Yet, prior to this MOU, most of the players were earning in the range of 73 to 75 AUD, the top players. Now, even the lowest will earn AUD 83,000. That is significant because deal will take average salary to AUD 1,23,000 and 1,51,000 after the match fees. Why this has come about? Why has there been a double increase when it comes to the match fees? Just look at this one particular stat. Last year, as I had mentioned, the payment overall for the women's cricketers was 70,000 AUD. Now it will be 1,51,000. Why has it happened now? Because cricket will be well above other women's sports in Australia, and I'll give you the context as to where cricket will stand at this point in time. Women's cricket in Australia, 1,51,000 AUD, Australian dollars. Look at all the other sports. They are not even close. Super netball, which is considered one of the favorite women's sports in Australia, even that annual minimum pay annually per season, they get 43,000. That's it. Look at the AFL, Aussie rules football for the women. There they get only 40,000. NRL, even the National Rugby League for the women, they get 30,000 and also the A-League, 25,000. So even if you combine all of those, 43 plus 40, 83. 83 plus 30 is 113. And 25, 138,000. Combined all sports, they still fall short of women's cricket in Australia. This is why it is so groundbreaking, because women's cricket has become the first sport in the history of Australian society and in the history of the country to get 6 digits. Brilliant stuff indeed when it comes to cricket. Now, why has this new deal come up? For 2 major reasons. If the WBBL has to be competitive, then it has to match up to the standard of England's 100 tournament. The 100 for women's cricket is actually doing a lot more than the Women's Big Bash League at this point in time because of the novelty of the format. There is also the WPL. Now remember, when India jumps in, the economics change dynamically. And that is why with the introduction of the WPL, Cricket Australia have opened their eyes and they said, yes, now the salaries, the minimum pay that you'll get in that season has also increased. Australia's centrally contracted players have the potential to earn close to AUD 1 million a season. That is why this memorandum is very, very important. And it is very simple. Earlier, there would be separate payments for the WNCL and the WBBL and for Cricket Australia's central contracts. Now, everything will be pooled together. The combination of WNCL match fees, WBBL match fees and all the other histrionics around it, that combined will lead to 1,51,000. It is a groundbreaking day when you look at it as far as cricket in Australia is concerned. It is now a sport which is at a different pedestal altogether. This will ensure talent comes in, they'll get rewarded, and Australia's supremacy when it comes to women's cricket will be sustained because money power does do wonders to the game. Just ask the IPL and the BCCI how that has revolutionized the sport. Thank you so much folks for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. This is Siddharth Vishwanathan signing off. Bye-bye.